Hello, my name is Shaw. Welcome to my channel, and I'm gonna get into it. So I used to play Pokemon Unite a lot, um, for maybe 500 hours since from release until about mid-November. Yeah, well, I mean, I stopped playing when Scarlet and Violet came out. Originally, it was Scarlet and Violet was just gonna be a break, and then we just realized that we were having more fun playing other games because Pokemon Unite is no longer the game it was when it came out. And that has nothing to do with Skyrim. Before anyone says, "Well, they changed the map," you just like to change the map. Yeah, that isn't it. It's a deeper thing. So we'll briefly touch base on this rank protection card that's been leaked because it's the hot topic. Um, I don't like it. I don't like it because of my fears of the direction it's going in. However, it might not do that. This, to be honest, for all we know, this could just be replacing the current protection system that already exists. So maybe you get one of these cards when you hit the participation points. Is it participation points? Anyways, you know what I mean. And then you can opt to use it when you want. So you maybe can save it to prevent yourself from losing that game when you're about to hit Masters. Which, I mean, it's kind of okay, I guess, if that's their intent. I still think it's a little cheating the system. But I mean, whatever. Getting the Masters isn't super hard, anyways. Arguably too easy. But that's not what we're talking about. That's not what you're talking. But this is just a step of a bigger step of a bigger trend that's been happening. Because this has been something that's been dwelling on me for months, and I was gonna let it go, let it go, let it go. And honestly, making this video is probably a waste of time because 50 people watch it, or 50 people might watch portions of it. But I need to get this shit off my chest. Um, its game has gone in a toxic direction, and it was probably their intent from the start. It's honestly, it's predatory. Uh, that's the only word you can use. It's predatory. Uh, and I fell for it because I a year ago I would have been defending this game, would have been defending their choices, because seemingly they were doing right by their fan base. We were getting free Pokemon on the regular. Um, Initial release, they like there was heavy pay to win implications, and they quickly fixed that. They made item enhancers super easy to get. Essentially, you did nothing to get 3 max level items, and then they just pumped out more and more item enhancers for people to get. To the point where buying them was just literally just a giant waste of someone's money. It literally kind of spit in the face of people that bought them. Um, they were giving us skins through the lottery thing, through hollowware tickets. They were rotating the hollowware ticket shop, and then they were doing events that gave us skins, and like literally from the start. Traditionally, when I played a lot of MOBAs, like I played Hero of the Storms, I don't remember getting tons of free characters in Hero of the Storms. And like Blizzard, huge company, they can afford to do it. They literally, I feel like they took a loss on that game. Um, but the monetization of the characters in that game was bananas. Um, but anyways, so yeah, so like off the hard start, we had a choice of one of 5 starters. You got Slowbro, Venusaur, Ninetales, Greninja, Zera, Cinder, all for playing for 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks, you get all those characters for free, and Crustle, because he's available at an event at that time. On top of that, we got another event at the mobile release with Pikachu. At some point, Zera became free again, so anyone that had already got him got 8,000 coins, I believe it was. They could just go buy another character. If you had Pikachu, you would have bought another character too. You got free refund. Greedent was free. Serena was free. Hoopa, Espeon, Glaceon, and then finally Mew, which I believe Mew was the last free character, short of the 5 you also got during the Mew event, but you didn't get enough coins to buy another character. I find that neat, like, here's these 5 characters that a majority of our player base probably has. Anyone new coming, they get these characters, which, you know what, I wasn't even too upset about it, to be fair. It's like, whatever, we didn't need to get 30,000 coins within a week for 5 characters. Um, but yeah, uh, so free skins, free characters constantly for a year. And now what? Like even they even made it so when you hit Masters, I think it was Ultra actually. For 3 seasons, when you hit Ultra, you had a skin. It wasn't the greatest skin, but it was still a free skin. They took that away. Like, what's with that? Can't give people a budget skin for free. They stopped rotating the Hollowware shop. I literally, when I last played, I had 700 something Hollowware tickets. Nothing to spend them on. Literally had everything in there. Um, they brought the emblems out. Anyone that had banked coins, got a huge advantage. Anyone that didn't, I mean, myself was one of those people that didn't because I honestly didn't think they were going to do something ridiculous like that. That was the first. That was the first little irk I got. Is that it was a system. They wanted to try it. Make it a new currency. Don't make it a currency that people have already banked. The people that are already gonna have an advantage. The people that play a lot, they already have an advantage because they're already better at the game. Plus, they have the time to play the game. They're gonna grind this stuff out anyways. They're already gonna be ahead of you. Why give them more advantage? Didn't make sense to me. But whatever. Wasn't that big of a deal in the long run. Emblems didn't make a huge splash. They're not even usable in competitive play. Um, but yeah, so then they started on this trend where, well, you're getting less free skins. Now you're not getting any free skins. I mean, they did some recently, I believe. Again, I haven't played too much for the last 2 months, so I might be wrong. There might even been a free Pokemon they did at Christmas. I believe there might have been. It might have been something they've already done in the past, but even still, I mean, that's whatever. But then the next big thing happened is, oh, we're not giving you free Pokemon, but also for the first week Pokemon come out, they only cost real money. And that ruffled some feathers. People got a little upset. Um, so instead of, I even said it this time, I'm like, oh, they're going to see it as a mistake. They fixed all their mistakes in the past. Every time they did something people didn't like, they backpedaled and they're like, oh, this is a mistake. We're not doing it again. So they didn't do that. Instead, they increased the price of other characters, like Tarantar was 12,000. I guess he was 12,000 before that. So we got gem only Pokemon. We got their prices increased when they became coins, and then the icing on the cake was they released Zorark with a costume for gems only with the costume gems only, and that I think was full on intentional to direct people's attention away from the fact that they're doing gem only Pokemon, so that they don't have to backpedal on doing the gem only Pokemon because they doubled down on this. And that became a bigger issue. So like, oh, we're not going to do that. So then they look like the good guys because they're like, oh, we see how scummy we are. We're not going to do this scumbag thing anymore. But this okay, right? No, it wasn't okay. But because you made a bigger issue, that's what people focused on. And they felt like they were getting something. They felt like their words were being heard when they weren't. It was trickery. Full on trickery. And content creators will make you believe that it's fine, it's not an issue. Much like the rank protection card, which might not be an issue. It's not an issue. Uh, well, it's toxic. It's 100% toxic. But again, this is for me. I need to get this off my chest because I used to love this game. I guess I wouldn't have played it for 400 to 500 hours if I didn't. And I made a lot of friends playing it. And some of them don't really share my opinion. Some other people do. But I don't know if I can ever go back to this game because it's being monetized in ways that just it drives me up. Like I spent probably more money on this game than I probably spent on any game. And a lot of it was because I felt they were treating their fans right. And then that all stopped. And I stopped giving them my money because I work very hard for what little I make. And I spent probably 3 times the cost of a full retail game on this game in a year. And I regret that because there's games I don't own that I would like to own that I could have bought. And you know what? Those companies, as of making this video, haven't done something to betray me. Like Tencent and Timmy Studios clearly have, because I gave them their money because I felt they were doing good things. And they're just like every other gotcha game out there. Just trash. Anyways, those are my thoughts. Whether you agree with them or not, I don't really care. Have a great day. See you on the next one.